Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Probably the most crucial moments in law enforcement are those that bridge the gap between crime and pursuit. Because those moments may spell the difference between capture and escape, the Highway Patrol works constantly to close that all-important gap. And inventive criminal minds work constantly to widen it. In their efforts to widen the gap, Ben Yates and Orrin Wilkerson discovered that although a taxicab attracts attention, it defies detailed description. By substituting a taxicab for their own car, they developed a method for robbery so effective that time after time they left crimes that spanned many states.
That taxi gimmick was used about 14 times in the past 2 months. The average take is $3,000 a week.
Has to be the same two men, don't you think? All the descriptions are close.
Well, the MO is the same. Pick up a cab, get rid of the driver, use the cab for 2 or 3 quick holdups, abandon the cab and disappear.
Then pop up someplace else and do it all over again.
Yeah.
How do you get the jump on a setup like that?
I don't know, but we better find out fast.
It's going to be nearly impossible to cover all those towns at once.
Yeah, I know. Matthews. What's that? All right, keep me posted. In Colby, a dairy, a lumber yard, and a store, all robbed within 30 minutes. Guess who?
.2110 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2110.
I just located the cab used in those robberies at Colby. It's at Durbin Street at the west edge of town. Did you get any information on the driver?
Affirmative. We'll have the cab picked up. You are to get a complete report from the driver and bring it in as soon as possible. 10-4?
10-4.
What's the name of this town?
Menlo.
Yeah. I never can remember. We sure made good time getting over here from Colby, didn't we?
Better than I figured. That new stretch of road they put in since I was here last helped.
I sure gotta hand it to you, Yates. You really figured this operation down to a fine point.
That's what makes it pay off. How do we do back there in Colby?
Over $1,400.
That's pretty good. We'll relax here for a couple of hours and go out and do even better right here in Menlo.
Here's how they've been operating. They'll hit a town, this one, drive 60 or 70 miles, hit another one, then cross over the state line. They lay off for 4 or 5 days, then they hit another one. Here. Several hours later, another one, and then over the state line again.
So far, they haven't varied their MO. We're hoping they don't this time.
So according to their MO, as they were in Colby this morning, We'll probably expect to see them next somewhere in this area.
And now we're going to try something else.
In order to cover an area this large in a short time, we've broken it down into 3 zones. We picked a central location in each zone. Units can get from this central point to any other town in that zone in 10 minutes of hard driving.
All right, Kemper. You're responsible for the right. Reed, you take the left. I'll cover the center from here. Let me have the cab driver's report.
Don Rodman, cab driver in Colby, reports at about 9:30 this morning his dispatcher sent him to pick up a fare at a corner of the west edge of town. When he got there, 2 men were waiting. They got in and gave an address. Rodman made the routine radio call to his dispatcher giving the destination. When he finished, one of the men pulled a gun, forced him to turn around and take a back road in the opposite direction. Approximately 2 miles from town, they stopped. They had rope and adhesive tape in a paper bag. They took Rodman into some woods, tied him up, and taped his mouth. Then they left him and drove off with a cab. The farmer found Rodman an hour later.
During which time they robbed 3 firms, abandoned the car, and escaped with time to spare.
I found the cab later. They left it just 4 blocks from where Rodman had picked them up. Now, from that, we figured they had a car. They leave it behind and go back to it. But we have no idea what it looks like.
When these 2 move, they move fast. Our job is to find the community they work in. Before they start, not after they're finished.
I talked with a lot of the cab outfits today, and we have 3 things in our favor. First, the cab companies are very cooperative. Second, every cab in this area is controlled by radio. Third, each cab company makes up its own radio code.
From the report, we know these men let the driver call in the destination. What they don't know is the code word for destination. Now, this might be our tip.
Now, here's the plan. The suspects get in the cab. The driver recognizes them, calls in as usual, but instead of using his regular code word, he uses code Maggie, meaning the suspects are in his cab. The 2 men don't peg this, but the dispatcher does, then notifies us.
When a company reports code Maggie, move fast. You only have 30 minutes to work. You got anything to add?
Only that the whole operation depends on the cab driver. He has to recognize the suspects. So we made up a composite description from all previous reports.
We've got plenty of copies. Make sure every driver in your zone gets one. All right, move.
This Menlo's a pretty sleepy bird. You sure there's money here?
I haven't been wrong yet, have I?
No, not even once. Every time you come out of a joint with a wad, it surprises me.
I don't know why. I was on the road for 6 months keeping an eye on things, remember?
Peddling novelties. That's a laugh.
I didn't sell many novelties, but I got a close look at an awful lot of easy pickings, remember?
Yeah. What about now?
Wardwell's Hardware, Norrie's Jewelry, Crescent Bakery, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 cab companies in town, Redbird and Double K. We'll call Redbird.
From here?
No, we're out on Lake Street. Park the car and call from there. Find me an address on the south side.
How's 1822 South Portal?
That'll do. You ready?
Yeah.
Anything yet?
Not yet. The other 2 zones checked in. They're all set.
How we doing?
While the cab companies in Pittville and Glen Rock are alerted, Dennis briefed the Aston outfit. I told him to stand by there.
Well, the 2 in Menlo are okay.
Well, that's everybody.
Yeah, we're ready.
Redbird cab. The corner of Lake and Woodbine? Right away, sir. Redbird to Jerry. Pick up at Lake and Woodbine.
This is Jerry, Lake and Woodbine, okay.
We'll be along in a minute. Let's wait in the corner.
Remember the address to give him?
Yeah, 1822 South Portal.
Right. Here he comes.
1822 South Portal.
Was that 1822 South Portal?
That's right.
Jerry to Redbird.
Yes, Jerry.
Code Maggie, 1822 South Portal.
Highway Patrol Headquarters. Hurry, please.
Highway Patrol.
I have a code Maggie.
Stand by, please. Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, what?
I just got the Redbird cab dispatcher from Menlo. She got a code Maggie.
Keep that line open to her. Have her keep in contact with the cab, but don't overdo it. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'll verify and call you.
Drive where I tell you. Turn here and head north.
No, he didn't answer. I understand. I'll be careful. Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
Matthews, Highway Patrol. Did you contact him?
No, he doesn't answer yet.
Try him again.
Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
Okay, this is good.
Redbird to Jerry.
I wish that dame would shut up. That's the 5th time she's called.
Forget it. Get out, you.
Yates, we better get that dispatcher off our backs.
What do you mean?
I mean, answer her. She acts as though she knows something's wrong.
What does she want?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you?
You answer her. One funny move and you got a mouthful of slugs. Tell her you got a flat, that's all. Now.
Jerry to Redbird. I had a flat.
That was Jerry, all right. But he doesn't sound normal. Oh, Mr. Matthews, I hope he doesn't do anything foolish. He's awfully hot-headed.
When the strange radio message from the missing taxicab was recognized as having been transmitted at gunpoint, there was no longer any doubt that the two gunmen had taken over the cab. The field of operation had been narrowed, but now the Highway Patrol had to pinpoint the cab's location and do it in a matter of minutes. Speed was the essential element.
Contact Dennis. Have him start searching around Menlo for the cab driver. Keep this line open.
Any further word from the driver?
Where'd you go to pick him up?
The corner of Lake and Woodbine.
Get out there right away. The car's got to be in that neighborhood.
Would the address they gave be of any help?
No, that'll be a phony. Wait a minute, what was it?
1822 South Portal.
1822 South Portal, South Portal. Let's see, Portal. That's in the south. We're gonna start searching north. Miss Matthews, tell Dennis to search north of Menlo.
Redbird cab.
Don't accept any trips. Tell him your cabs are busy.
Sorry, all our cabs are busy. Try the double K cabs.
I want you to ground all cabs without tipping these two guys off. Now, the only Redbird cab on the move will be theirs. Can you do it for me?
Well, we could call a code yellow. That might work. Code yellow is go eat.
If you called all men, it might make them suspicious. How well do your drivers know each other?
Very well.
Suppose you did a code yellow to a non-existent driver. Do you think they might get it?
I think they would.
All right, let's see. Have you got a Stanley?
No.
All right, call him. You got a direct line to double K cabs?
Yes, sir.
Let me have it. This is Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Redbird to
Redbird drew code Maggie.
Code
We're
yellow.
grounding all their cabs. Have your drivers report any Redbird cab on the move.
Stanley.
Yeah, that's right.
Code yellow.
Call Jerry again. Ask for his destination and code.
Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry. Redbird to Jerry.
What are you stopping for?
There she goes again.
Jerry, code blue, please.
Code blue, what's that?
It could mean anything.
What'll I do?
Ignore it.
I don't like this. Why does she keep calling us? Nobody ever called us like this before.
How do I know? Maybe Jerry's a boyfriend. Come on, we got things to do.
Jerry, code blue, please.
Yates, maybe we better pass this town and move on to the next one.
No, we're gonna stick to the plan. Nothing's changed. We got a cab. The driver's not gonna blow the whistle.
Except that he's dead, and that dispatcher's suspicious.
Jerry, I'm not receiving you. Your transmitter's out. Come in for checkup, please.
You hear that? Now, will you calm down?
Okay. Which place is first?
Norrie's jewelry store.
Don't tip your met. Fake business as usual. Use wrong names. I'll be at the car.
Redbird to Robert. Pick up at Country Lane in Woodside.
2150 to 2016. 2150 to 2016.
Bye.
Any luck?
Yeah, I think I found it. It's not a state job. Service station sticker on the door frame says it was looped yesterday in Colby.
Where is it?
It's parked on Lake Street, about 100 yards north of Woodbine.
Keep it under surveillance. I'll get the lab boys on it. 10-4?
10-4.
Redbird to Steve. Pick up at 310 River Street. Okay, Steve.
He won't report us. I locked him in the storeroom. Now, don't push. We got plenty of time.
Joe, interference on your last message. Please repeat.
There's another one.
Another what?
Another Redbird cab parked with no driver. That's the third one.
So what?
I don't like it. Something fishy about it.
Ah, cut it out.
Redbird to Carl. Pick up at Liz's laundromat.
Why are they all parked? What if we're the only Redbird cab running?
With all that chatter on the radio, use your head. Look, you got excited and you shot a guy. See, you're jumpy, okay. Don't turn yellow.
I'm not yellow.
Well, stop imagining things. We're gonna take Wardwell's hardware and then the bakery, just like we planned.
Okay. But what if they find the driver?
They won't find him for hours.
2110 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2110.
Relay to 2150. I found the cab driver. He's dead. Been shot twice in the back. 10-4?
10-4. Give me the Redbird cab dispatcher.
What's that? Shot twice in the back. To all units, the taxi robbery suspects are now wanted for murder.
What's the matter?
The guy in the double K cab that just passed gave us a real hard look.
He's still going. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, the light's changed.
Alert all units, I want that area bottled up. Well, I suppose you heard they found Jerry. Call double K cabs. I think their driver should be warned.
Redbird cab. Mr. Matthews. Yes. Yes, thank you. A double K driver just spotted our cab.
Where?
On Mill Road, heading east on Crescent.
I'm on my way.
Highway Patrol, get going! Back to our car, fast! Giving it all, Scout. Turn off. Here.
$21.50 to all units. 1199. My 1020, 900 Mill Road. I'm in pursuit.
2016 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
I'm answering the 1199 call. I'm just a block from there.
Let's get out of here. Our car's only a block from here, I know it. Right through here.
Let's go!
They're gonna make it to the street.
They're going for their car. It's just up a block.
Don't shoot!
How is he? I call headquarters. Tell them suspect's in custody. Cancel 1199. Oh, wait a minute. Tell them to cancel me, too, till I get a night's sleep, will you? You know, if they'd gotten away, would have been your responsibility?
Well, they got a bad break.
On the motor trouble. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Of all the crimes encountered by the Highway Patrol, the most common and by far the most lucrative for the criminals is hijacking. At dawn on the 10th of last month, the patrol learned they were up against a new foe in this age-old racket. A gang whose daring recklessness stopped at nothing, not even murder.
Something wrong, lady?
I'm so glad you came along. My car stalled in this fog and I can't seem to get it started again.
Well, the first thing a trucker learns to do is take a look at the gas gauge. Seems to be all right now. Maybe you... Get out and turn around. Hey, what is this?
Better do as you're told, bud.
Dead. Well, go on, get the truck coming. I'll get him in the bushes, bring the car around.
The hijack gang, counting on truck driver courtesy, now had another truck cargo. It was simple. Dump the seriously injured driver in the bushes, transfer his cargo, and be gone before the next regular patrol reached the hijack point.
Break open one of those crates.
Oh, what's the matter?
What's the matter? It says 5,000 school bucks.
That's what it is, all right. What's the whole stinking mess? What do we do now, Vance? Let him go. Let's get out of here.
What happened?
Picked up a bad one, nothing but school bucks.
Oh, no.
Well, it's what to know your tracks. You guys go back to the warehouse. We'll meet you there. Come on.
What happened?
Hijackers. Shot me. Got my truck.
We want to talk with you. Carl and I decided we're through. There's no percentage in taking these kind of risks without a sure payoff.
You want out? Okay, that's up to you. Only Vance and I aren't pulling out. We've done real well at this before, and we will again.
But since we came out here, Sheila, the going's been rough. A hit or a miss deal's too dangerous.
We agree with you. Vance and I were just talking about that. Starting right now, we're using the old plan.
You mean working with a driver like we did before? I'll go along with that.
Sure. That way it's worth cutting down on our take.
Okay. You two go back to the hotel. We'll arrange a meeting with the driver. We'll call you.
See you, Sheila. See you, Vance.
So long.
Okay. You sent for me?
Yeah, I did. What's the hospital report on the truck driver?
Oh, he died before they got him to surgery.
Did he tell you anything more before he died?
That was it.
All we've got to go on is a station wagon with 2 men in it and also a woman.
I wonder why they'd pick a truck with books and then leave it.
Well, let's face it. Anybody can make a mistake.
You know, this could be that same gang that was operating in Ohio last month. They move into an area, pull 2 or 3 fast jobs, and pull right out again.
Well, let's figure they're going to try once or twice more. Take a look at this map over here.
Joe Tyler, my husband, Vance Nolan.
Hi. Sit down, Joe. Sheila says we can do business.
I said I'd talk it over. That's all I said. The rest depends.
We got your name from Les Rockland back in Ohio. Would you like to call him and ask about us?
Yeah, put through a call to him and see how easy that one job went.
Okay. I just want to be sure of what I'm getting into.
And you're in with us, huh?
Maybe. Depends now what's in it for me.
You'll find that we're more than fair. What have you got to offer us?
$50,000 worth of machine parts tomorrow morning. And I want 50%.
50%? Come on, Joe. We can't come out in a deal like that. Be reasonable.
I'm telling you, that's what I want. No sense arguing. It's either yes or no.
Joe's right, Vance. Let him have 50%.
Okay, Tyler, it's a deal. 50% for you. You want to fill us in?
Here's my route. From the plant, I head right out to Route 30.
4 main highways going out of town. Here, 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 and here. Now, there's 200 shipments a day going out from the trucking companies.
That's a lot of traffic. I guess all we can do is try to put ourselves in the hijacker's place. All right up here's where they stopped the book truck.
Right here. All right, let's figure. They're not going to try this one. They're going to try the other 3. So if you were a hijacker, which one would you take?
Oh, I think Route 30. That's mostly through deserted countryside.
That's good. That's deserted country out there.
Now, you see this spot here? I figure that's the best place to pull it.
We'll check it today. How about the time? That's important.
I'll phone you when I'm ready to leave the plant. It'll take me exactly 2 hours to reach this spot.
Okay.
I wish there was some way we could eliminate checking all these trucks.
Yeah, they can't waste time trying to fence things like vegetables and flowers. You know, they've got some real good pickings here if they only knew about it. These fur coats, here, $50,000 worth of machine parts from Acme.
Now, look, Ken, this gang has no definite M.O. The last time they picked up a whole truckload full of books, they dumped them. I give up on them. I just don't know.
Looks like when they pull something, we're going to have to be in the right place at the right time.
I hope.
And we hope.
Hey, Mac! I'm ready to roll. Just gonna call the old lady to remind her what time you're gonna be home tonight.
Yeah? Okay. He's leaving the plant now. Get started. Now take it nice and easy. We'll meet you before he gets there.
The best offer I could get was $22,000.
You do all the dirty work and they end up with all the gravy. Well, how much are we going to tell Tyler?
He's no fool. We can't make it less than 10. We'll give him 5. He'll make a profit.
Okay, let's get going.
We'll patrol this 8-mile stretch right in here. We'll check all the cutouts, too.
Acme. Isn't that the fur coat shipment?
That's machine parts.
Yeah, that's right.
Our stretch ends up here about, I'd say around a half a mile.
Say, I wonder why we haven't passed that Acme truck.
That's a good question, Ken. You tell me.
You know, he didn't have much of a head start on us. He couldn't have made much time on this road with the twists and turns unless he was really stepping on it.
Get in touch with the boys up in front, see what they found out.
3016 to 3211.
3211, bye.
We've seen an Acme truck, license number 4 Paul 717.
Negative. Checked through 12 trucks. No license like that.
This is Matthews. We've lost the Acme truck someplace along the line. He's supposed to stay on 30. We're going to check the side roads.
Shall I come in and help you?
No, stay where you are. We'll be in contact. 10-4?
10-4.
Okay, that does it.
Get the tailgate up.
Looks like nothing's been up here for days. Watch your speed!
Okay. Oh, one more thing. I better mush you up a little bit. Be better for you when the cops come along.
Look like fresh tire marks, wide track.
I sure do. Come on, let's take a look. You all right?
Yeah, I guess so. Still kind of groggy. They knocked me out.
Clean out the truck. It's empty.
Can you describe the guys and the vehicles they were driving?
Two guys in a little pickup truck cut me off the highway. Made me turn up here. Truck with another guy was waiting. He knocked me out. But I got a good look at all of them. They were about...
All right. First, describe the trucks. You say it was a black pickup, is that right?
Yeah, old, kind of beat up.
What about the other truck?
Well, it was a closed-in van. A 3-ton, white.
Notify all the units on Highway 30. Be looking for trucks of that description. Also have them set up roadblocks 15 miles north and south of here.
Right away.
I can describe the whole gang.
All right, wait a minute. I want to take a look at that bump on your head first. You're pretty lucky. That's not too bad. All right, what about them?
Well, there were 3 of them. Old man. Young, middle 20s, I'd say. Real tough looking.
You sure there wasn't a woman with the gang?
Woman? No, like I told you. Just those 3 young guys. No woman. Why?
Well, I just wanted to know, that's all.
Well, with his positive information, we should be able to round up this bunch.
According to him, there are only 3 men along. Take a look what I found. That's fresh lipstick. Couldn't have been there more than a few minutes.
You think he's lying?
That's what I'm afraid of. And that bump on the head, let's figure it out. That was nothing at all.
Well, and chances are the descriptions of those trucks he gave us are phony, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm afraid of, too. Look, if we don't run into his description again, we'll know he's one of our boys.
Well, what did I tell you? Did you ever see a job go smoother?
I gotta hand it to you, Sheila. Why quit now? Can wrap up another 2 or 3 jobs around here.
And that's exactly what the cops will figure. Tomorrow, after the fence pays us off, we move to a new location. That's the one sure way to keep us from falling into another trap.
Dan Matthews' suspicions were correct. The roadblocks failed to turn up any vehicle such as described by Joe Tyler. A tail was put on Tyler with the hope he'd lead them to the rest of the gang.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I know how disappointed you are. We are, too. But, Joe, it's the best price we could get. Well, look, I've got the envelope with the cash here, right here for you. I'll get it off to you right away.
Well, make sure you've got it addressed right. Phil Weeks, care general delivery, this city, hold for arrival. And listen, Sheila, make sure it's all there.
It's all there, Joe. $5 grand.
Tell him not to be in a rush to get it.
Joe, if you're smart, you won't pick it up right away. Wait a week or two until the heat's off.
But don't worry about me. I know I'm being tailed. I'll be careful.
All right. Goodbye.
If the hijackers were as smart as we thought they were, they'd try and keep away from any contact with Tyler.
What about his payoff? How's he going to get it?
Oh, come on. They'll leave it someplace for him to pick up.
In that case, we'll be right back where we started.
No, you're wrong. We got one lead. The shipment was hijacked.
Yeah, except that'll take time. You know, chances are the first thing he did was stash that someplace. You know, a gang like that would probably rent a warehouse where shipments could come and go unnoticed.
Give me the fire department. Look, when you rent a warehouse, you gotta have a fire permit. We'll check with the fire department, find out if they gave out any permits for warehouses in the past couple of weeks.
$1,000 extra if we deliver the stuff to you, right? Yeah. We'll be there by about 4 o'clock this afternoon, okay? All right.
What do you want to do that for? We made a deal for the fence to pick up the stuff here. Why should we run the risk of delivering to him?
What risk? We're pulling up stakes anyway, and we go right through Junction City. Besides, there's an extra 1,000 in it for us.
All right, you guys get started. I want to get rid of this stuff here.
Okay, Vance.
Okay, right, Inspector, yeah. What else? All right, fine. Thanks a lot. Take a look at this.
Webster Concrete, Security Grocers, Nolan Importing. We ought to be able to check them out fast. Nolan Importing's the closest.
What are we waiting for? Come on, let's go.
All right, this is everything. Okay, let's get going.
Ken.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, there's some writing on this. Acme Machine Parts, Route 30. Looks like I get to the right place a little too late. And garage receipt. Repairs the truck, but... Hey, here's the license number. 6 John 250.
We got lucky for a change.
$32.11 to $21.50. $32.11 to $21.50.
$21.50 by.
Truck answering description of hijacked vehicle just past me going north on 30. Shall I apprehend?
What's your 1020?
Holly Road.
Go after him. Use caution. We'll meet you. 10-4?
10-4.
Didn't do anything wrong, did I, officer?
Ask your friend to get out, please.
Sure. Come on down. I've been handling rigs for 20 years, never had one single ticket, officer. What'd I do?
May I see your operator's license, please?
Yeah.
What's your cargo?
Odds and ends. We're in business for ourselves.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Let's make them open up the back.
Time to get out of here. We better head back.
Hey, you're not running out on me! I'm not taking the rap for you two. Come back here! Who's in that car? Vance and Sheila Nolan. They're the ones you want. They kill that driver. Up against the truck. Keep your hands high. $32.11 to $21.50.
$21.50 by.
Gray station wagon with Vance and Sheila Nolan, identified as heads of hijack gang. Just left my 1020 heading south.
Oh, they're heading south. All right, thanks. 10-4?
Think they'll head for the warehouse?
Let's find out.
Not knowing their headquarters had been discovered by the Highway Patrol, Vance and Sheila Nolan hurried back to what they thought was their one safe place, the warehouse, hoping to hide until their movements were safe.
He's dead.
Was that your husband?
Yeah. My big, brave husband. What's going to happen to me?
Thank you. Good luck. What happened to him? Come on, let's go. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.